Hello and welcome back to my home, the boundary between worlds. Thank you so much for being here today. Now I will be back on camera for the next reading that I'm doing. Honestly, it's just one of those mornings. So let's just get straight into it. I figured let's find out what it is that you need to be made aware of right now, what it is you need to know heading into the day. Okay, so I feel like right now, right, I feel like everything at the moment is really letting you know to keep on pushing forward, okay? To use that wisdom, that knowledge that you have, okay? That is going to be, it is so important moving forward, okay? Because things are going to be disruptive. I feel like there are some wheels in motion, okay? And some very due change is coming, okay? I feel like it's necessary. I feel like it's been coming for a while. I don't feel like this is a surprise. I feel like it's more something that you've been toying with in your mind, okay? I feel like it is your wisdom, and this is where your wisdom, your logic, that rational, right? This is really going to benefit you and be your strengths through this change, as well as a pure acceptance, right? Because this is the end of one cycle. You are completing one stage and beginning another one. And whilst it may not feel it right now, you are going to find that this is going to be very, very prominent, okay? It's going to be one of those times where you look back afterwards and you understand, like, wow, that all started here, okay? Something so small, that was the genesis. And you're gonna realize that it is going to bring about a whole new beginning, okay? And the catch here is it needs you to surrender. It needs you to surrender from the past, surrender from the things that didn't work out how you wanted, from past failures, from self-doubt, okay? All those emotions and those thoughts that work against you, this path now, that's not necessary, right? Because this is a whole evolution of you. There is enabling this ultimate change and rebirth within yourself should you want to take it, okay? The catch to taking it is, like I said, it needs that past surrendered, and not just surrendering it as in shut the door and now it's done, okay? Yeah, you need to shut the door on it, but it needs you to also acknowledge it, okay? Acknowledge those fears. By acknowledging it, you do close the door and move on, all right? But you can't face those fears until you're aware of what those fears are, okay? You can't face those insecurities until you're aware of where those insecurities are seeded from. And that's where it needs this. For some of you, it is a search, okay? Because I feel like for some of you, those fears are things that, how do I put it? I'm trying to think how to put it nicely. I feel like sometimes we stop here at the I feel like sometimes you stop here at the surface level, right? Because the depth, because of what it can unearth, okay? And because these are big fears, and they are deep-seated fears with deep-seated pain as well, okay? But just running away and just shutting that door on it halters this whole new beginning before you, okay? Like I said, all the energies around you, it's kind of like a tidy up of the old and a reinvigoration of the new. This is a whole new beginning of a whole new cycle for you. I cannot stress this enough, okay? So I really feel like whilst it is such a positive change, whilst everything is going in such a good light, it really needs you to face some of those darker sides of yourself, okay, and find that acceptance within it. I do feel like by doing that, you find you put yourself into a good position, okay? I feel like it's challenging at times because of the fact that you yourself seem to be in this really good place. You yourself seem to be in this position where you are striving, okay? And at the same time, it feels like there are people around you. There are people in your environment where that isn't the case, okay? And it feels like for some of those people, they seem to be, now hang on, okay, I've just got, sorry, this is the general side of the reading. For some of this, I feel like this is the people in your environment, okay, in your home environment. For some of you, I feel like it's almost like there's two sides of yourself, okay? almost like the side you portray and then the real side. And for those of you where that's the case, I feel like the side that you portrays that passion, portrays everything's okay, but the other side is struggling on the inside, okay? I feel like there is a lot of negative thoughts in there, okay? I feel like there are some tendencies to overindulge in times, okay? Or to sometimes choose the more unhealthier habits in a sense of escaping what it is we don't really want to face, okay? And I feel like, and then again, for those of you where it's the person in your home environment, same thing, but that put onto them, okay? I'm sorry, this is the general side of the reading here, I'm afraid. I do feel like there's a need to be careful, okay, to make sure that you're not being controlled, that you're not being pulled into the strings of somebody else, okay? The key with your cycle, the key with this whole new beginning for you is a shedding of the chains, a shedding of the barriers and the bindings and the control that has been wrapped around you and controlled you for too long, okay? And this is where this whole new cycle, this is the need to really do that deep work within yourself, okay? To really look at the sides of yourself and face those fears. At the end of the day, you have to face them, okay? You've got to face them in order to be able to overcome them. Otherwise, you don't know what you're fighting, okay? And that seems to be necessary. And it's not that top level, go deeper, push deeper, okay? Really find that root, because once that root is found, it enables so much more. It frees those chains and frees the control that is given to other people to have over you, okay? That's another thing here, is I feel like a lot of that pain and a lot of those fears seem to sometimes lead decisions that work against you, okay? Because of the fact that those decisions can be made without realizing, but from that deep-seated pain and from that deep-seated fear and from those worries and insecurities. And this is what has everything. This is why it's going to be so disruptive, okay? This is why it is going to be big changes. This is why it's necessary. This is why there is so much that's going to be going on. And disruptive really is the word, okay? Because I do feel like it is going to pick your life up, shake it around, tip it upside down, put it back again, okay? And the catch here to moving forward is just believing in you, okay? Don't be too hard on yourself. Don't put all these unnecessary judgments and critique on yourself, okay? The catch here is those ones, the ones we put on ourselves, it just works against you, okay? It just puts you into this cycle, and that cycle seems to put you into this more toxic behavior, more toxic thoughts, okay? Then we've got the overindulgence of other things, okay? And I feel like that all combined seems to come from all this unnecessary pressure and judgments and critique you put on yourself. I can't stress this enough. You are the only one who needs to approve of yourself, okay? You are the only one. It isn't anybody else who needs to tell you who you are. You need to. It isn't anybody else who's going to find out who you are. You need to discover that, okay? And all those bindings you put on yourself are literally these judgments, because of what other people think you should be. This is why everything happening here is so positive, in the sense of it's really allowing this reshift to bring things back into focus, to bring your perspective back into a line that enables you to manifest, right? And to manifest the life that you want, and the people, the environment, everything that you want. Things are on your side here, but it is going to be complicated, okay? And it's going to take work, and it's going to take perseverance. And I'm going to be totally honest here. At times that perseverance is going to be a total solo vendetta, okay? It's going to be persevering quietly. It's going to be pushing through and having to overcome the hurdles and the obstacles and pick yourself back up when you fall down. And you're going to have to do it. That's the catch, okay? It isn't anyone coming to do it for you. It isn't anyone coming to save the day for you. But again, this is necessary as well, because these changes are taking away that power of everyone else. It's having you, it's teaching you that you have what you need, and it's teaching you to put you in the place that you need to be, okay? And everything is if you have that perseverance, if you keep on pushing, you are going to overcome, you are going to come out on top, and you are going to be in such a good position, okay? You are going to find that you are going to sit atop that throne, you are going to get that admiration, you are going to have people drawn into your environment because of what you're putting off. Your energy, your aura is going to have people come into you, even subconsciously, okay? And again, this is what's got me talking about the manifesting before as well, okay? Because I do feel like once these changes happen, exactly that, it allows this path for you to really manifest the people that you want in your life, the environment, the life that you want for yourself. And with that, make the changes that are necessary, okay? Like I said, be ready, because it is going to be disruptive, but it is disruptive in the best ways, okay? And at times when it is going to be challenging, remember that these things are happening for a reason and taking you to a better place, and you are going to know that at the end, okay? And remember, use that wisdom, use your intuition, trust in what your instincts are telling you, okay? Because I feel like I said, everything here is shedding the control, it's shedding the puppeteers, it's shedding the manipulators, it's allowing you to see things clearly and to act accordingly for yourself, for your best interest, and to enable the life to and create the life that you want for yourself, okay? I feel like that is everything. So I will be back on camera for the next reading, I promise. I've been quite slack lately. I've just had a lot going on, but we're back on action. So I am going to be planning to put out a reading probably every day or two, okay? So I am going to try to make it more regular for you all. Feel free to leave a comment, let me know if you're interested, if you want to see any specific readings. Of course, shout out, and I'll do my best to accommodate. But most of all, thank you for being here, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.